Welcome to day 71. Today we're walking through Deuteronomy chapters 3 and 4.
It's Moses in storyteller mode, but also mentor and watchman.
Chapter 3 opens with the battle against Og of Bashan.
The line, "Don't fear him," sets the tone of divine reassurance.
And then the sweeping victory, 60 fortified cities, gates, bars, walls.
Plus the tough line, "utterly destroyed," including non-combatants. That's weighty.
How do you sit with that violence in a sacred narrative?
I read it as ancient war rhetoric, but also a theological frame. God delivers.
The text stresses courage rooted in God's promise, not numbers or tech.
And then that iron bed of Og, 9 by 4 cubits, a giant's calling card.
It functions like a museum exhibit. Look, this was no small threat.
Right, the bed in Rabbah is like proof of scale and memory.
After victory, Moses allocates land to Reuben, Gad, and half Manasseh.
But the soldiers still must cross Jordan to help their brothers.
Solidarity before settlement. No early retirements for the eastern tribes.
It's a leadership lesson. Enjoy rest only after shared mission is complete.
Speaking of leadership, Moses begs to cross the Jordan.
And gets a divine "that's enough." It sounds harsh, but purposeful.
He's told to view the land from Pisgah and commission Joshua.
So the baton passes, with encouragement baked into the handoff.
Don't fear, the Lord fights for you. That refrain keeps returning.
It's courage by memory. Look back at Sihon and Og to face what's ahead.
Then chapter 4 pivots to teaching, statutes, ordinances, and life.
Don't add or take away. Guard the integrity of the covenant.
The law isn't busywork, it's Israel's wisdom before the nations.
I love that line, "What great nation has a God so near?"
Nearness becomes the measure of greatness, not empire or wealth.
And nearness shows up as voice, not image, at Sinai.
You heard words but saw no form. That's a striking boundary.
It guards against carving God into something we can control.
The list forbids images of humans, animals, birds, fish, stars.
Even the sky's army, sun, moon, stars, are off limits for worship.
The reason? God brought you out of the iron furnace of Egypt.
Iron. There is oppression, not Og's bed. 2 different irons, 2 meanings.
Good catch. Rescue defines worship, memory guards loyalty.
Then comes the sobering prophecy, corruption, exile, scattering.
But also a promise. Seek with all your heart and you will find.
Mercy threads through judgment. God won't forget the oath to the fathers.
It's like a rubber band, stretched by unfaithfulness, pulled back by mercy.
And Moses asks, has any people heard God's voice and lived?
Or been taken out by signs, wonders, and an outstretched arm?
The answer is rhetorical awe. There is no one besides him.
Not just a creed, but a conclusion from experience.
Which loops back to ethics. Keep the statutes, so it goes well with you.
Faithfulness isn't random piety, it's the grain of reality.
I'm struck by the emphasis on memory. Don't forget what your eyes saw.
And teach your children and grandchildren. Faith is generational.
The curriculum is narrative. Fire, cloud, voice, covenant, tablets.
God's voice instructs from heaven, his fire instructs on earth.
And then a practical justice piece. Cities of refuge.
Bezer, Ramoth, Golan, safe havens for unintentional manslayers.
Mercy structures society, not just hearts. Law protects the vulnerable.
It's fascinating that refuge follows the warning about idolatry.
Maybe because true worship shapes just systems on the ground.
If God is near, communities should be safe places for the pursued.
That safety depends on carefully kept boundaries and memory.
Another thread. Moses' limitation becomes Israel's motivation.
His no becomes their go. Leadership isn't possession, it's stewardship.
He can see but not enter. He can bless but not finish.
There's humility in blessing the path you won't walk.
And clarity. Encourage and strengthen Joshua, not a vague handshake.
Courage is contagious when anchored in remembered deliverance.
Which brings me back to don't add or subtract.
Tweaking the law often starts with tweaking memory.
When memory fades, we forge images to fill the gap.
Or chase the stars for guidance, forgetting the voice.
The text resists our urge to domesticate the divine.
A God without form cannot be pocketed, only obeyed.
And yet that God is near whenever they call.
Transcendence without distance, nearness without manipulation.
The jealousy language can jar modern ears.
But it's covenant protective, like a lover guarding fidelity.
Jealousy here means passionate fidelity to a people.
And it has ethical consequence. Be faithful or be scattered.
Still, the door of mercy is not locked from his side.
Return and listen. That's the path back from exile.
I'm thinking of how the land is gift, not trophy.
Yes, to give you their land for an inheritance.
Inheritance carries responsibility. Steward, teach, remember.
It's more than real estate. It's a theater for obedience.
And a classroom for nations. What nation has laws so righteous?
The law becomes witness, not just rule book.
So if they keep it, nations will say wise and understanding people.
That's mission by character, not conquest.
Which reframes power. Mighty hand to free, not to dominate.
And terrors to dismantle slavery, not to state-build empire.
Even the war stories point back to covenant fidelity.
Victory is evidence, not entitlement.
There's also an internal rhythm. See, hear, do, teach.
Experience, reflection, obedience, transmission.
Skip one step and the whole chain weakens.
Exactly why Moses repeats and clarifies.
Repetition is a mercy for forgetful people
Maybe that's why the chapter lingers on remember.
and warns against letting memory depart from the heart.
Heart here is not just emotion, it's will and identity.
The heart remembers by practicing, not just recalling.
Ritual, storytelling, and justice keep memory alive.
Final thought on the cities of refuge?
They embody the law's humane wisdom in real conflicts.
Accidents happen. Systems should distinguish intent from malice.
That nuance is a mark of a righteous society.
So Deuteronomy 3-4 gives us a map. Victory, boundary, wisdom.
And a compass. No image, near God, long memory, shared responsibility.
What one practice could help us remember well this week?
Maybe tell a deliverance story to a child and act on one statute.
Story and step, memory and motion.
That's how a people stays wise under the sun.
And how fear gives way to courage rooted in faithfulness.
May we keep the chain, see, hear, do, teach.
Until wisdom looks like a great nation's everyday life.
And nearness looks like justice in our gates.
That's our walk through Deuteronomy 3 and 4 today.
Thanks for listening. Keep the words close and the heart awake. God bless.